So next game I'm going to load and look at is another type of simulation. It's a transport, and I have actually tried this once. So it's not brand new for me, but it's again one I want to kind of do a preview on. I can either continue the one I played or I can take a new game. I will actually take a new game. You get the options. There is weekly challenges. There is a story, a free play, and a global race. The story is probably the best one to start, even though free play will give you much more. I have tried free play and I have tried global, but I have tried the story, and there's even a seamanship DLC you can buy. I'm not going to buy that at this point. So you work through the different chapters to move on. If you fail a chapter, you have to start it over to actually go on. So I'm going to kill the music because that is annoying. So start with chapter 1, and there is some pre-story. So he basically say he earns loads of money by transporting people with his company, which he says, I'm successful and happy, right? Well, it's actually the opposite, and to understand why, we have to go back to the beginning. That's what we do. So his father was a bus driver and he wanted to be the same. As a kid, he would tell me his dreams of owning his own bus company, and yeah, that's fair enough. And then they started thinking and coming to it. The dad has the love for it, and the kid is thinking money. So I'm going to cut this story short. So buses and garages, that's what we started. And it's a kind of a tutorial as well. So we are in Germany, which is not a bad thing. I like Germany. Schönen guten Tag, Deutschland. And we need to transport something. So we select a city. Here is Stuttgart. And we select create a road route. That's the only thing we can at the moment. And we'll make a route to Frankfurt. Then we open the shop, which is up here. And we buy the only bus we can. We pull it down and put it on our route. So now we have spent some money. So the green bar is telling us whether the bus is healthy or not. Because it's not going to stay that way. It's going to have some usage and it will become kind of worn down and we have to repair it. Then we select a new city and we create our second route. It wants us to go from Dortmund to Hanover. And we buy a bus. It can take 16 passengers. It's not a lot, but we are kind of following the instructions here. The white bar is showing how many is on. It's also saying with the number. So that's fine. Now it wants me to create one on my own. You see there's 86 people there and there's 49 there. And there's 388 up there. However, I found out that taking the biggest cities is not always the best option. So we take from Nuremberg to Frankfurt. The routes will overlap, that doesn't matter much. And we buy a bus, put it down here. And we have now 3 routes and we are hopefully earning money. So as the buses are worn down, we need to actually repair them. So we need to find a city where we want a place they can be repaired. I take the one in the middle, Frankfurt, but you can build more if you want. So would you like? Yes, I pay for it 25,000 money. So to repair, you have to send it to the city where the repair shop is. When you click it down here, it comes up with the instructions if you doubt what it was you had to do. And it will tell you, look for this, do this, pull it there, and click repair. So I'll take it here, pull it there. It'll ask if I want to go straight or finish the route. I'll actually finish the route. And then it happens automatically. So as it put up the passengers, it will go to the depot and it will be sitting there for a little bit of time while it's being repaired. Yeah, I can't do anything with it because it's all for repairs. So these traffic simulation economical games, it's another audience than the one we just looked at, and it's kind of so return to original route. Now I have to actually purchase 5 buses to do this level, so I will of course do that. But these, yeah, I know how I should do that. These economic games inspire a lot to male audience, and many in my age group actually like these more for the thing that we actually never really had a chance to do ourselves. So I'm repairing and making sure they go there and get. So in the meantime, I will make a new route. It can be one which already exists, but I was actually want to take it up here from Leipzig to Berlin. So we need a bus, and we put it on the road, and it start working. The reason I said bigger cities is a problem because they apparently has a higher standard, so you actually need to have better buses in order to service them, but it seems to work. So we have a vehicle which was repaired. That one I sent it back to its route, so it does what it's supposed to. No, that one is not fixed yet. I am very aware of that. These buses seems to be worn out very quickly, so I'll just make sure they are repaired. So we need another route. Hanover to Hamburg. Sounds like a good stretch. And I need to pick up the bus. Good. And then I have done this segment, which was a prologue. The option, the goal was to buy 5 buses, and we've done that. We actually managed to earn a little bit of money, and I ranked 3,916 on the leaderboard. I do not look at that. If I should get in top or anything, great, but it is very rarely it goes that way for me, because I spend a lot of time thinking about what I'm actually doing. So I'm not very good at the instinctive gaming. So they want to expand, so they need to earn money. That's how it works. So now there's more types of buses and more types of different things. We need to build 1 depot and purchase 8 buses. And that all has to be put in. And now we actually have opposition as well. So I actually want to start in Hanover. New route to Hamburg. So we look at the buses. We have 90,000 money. So if we can take 1 expensive and 1 cheap bus. We can take 1 very expensive. I actually think I would take that one and put in here. So now we can adjust the prices of tickets. It can take 36 and it has 29 on board. I'm going to see if it the other way is going to be roughly the same. Because if that's the case, then our prices is probably a little bit too high. So we click and then we go, the price is $53 per passengers. So I will lower it a little bit and see how many. The aim is to have a full bus no matter what. So if we fill it up with 50, we do, then I will leave it with that. So we then need another route. let's make one from Stuttgart to Frankfurt. There's not a lot of people, so we can take a cheap bus there. We can actually afford the 36 people one. Also the high speed it can run, so that's actually good to know as well. So we're going to do exactly the same thing. Look at how full it is. That is full with 20 people. And if that's the case the other way as well, I'm actually going to leave the price. Later we will have to fiddle much more with the prices. We could set the price up maybe, but I'm not really going to do that overly. So now we need to earn some money before we can buy anything, and the first thing I want to buy is a depot, because we have 2 buses, they are running, they are earning money. That is very good. Money is good, always. So we could try to rush through and just buy the buses and stuff like that, but I like to do it the proper way. It suggests I put up the speed, but I actually don't like that. On the buses you can get customer feedback. What do they actually think? They like the ticket price, the comfort is not the greatest. We know that. So that's one way you can keep an eye, because if everything is absolutely shite, then you know you're not going to do well. So we can afford a depot now. Depot. Yep. So why do I put it there when I have routes up and there? Because that's kind of in the middle. Then we can send them there. Now we'll save up for the next bus. Which one should we go for? I would go for the 60,000. So I think they earned the money back. It's more passengers, so they earned the money back a little bit quicker. Might be wrong. I might be wrong. I don't have a lot of experience in this game, and as I said, I have played it, but so now I can hire someone to actually deal with different things, and this is one which will manage depots. So I'm actually going to rent an office. And we assign all vehicles. That will cost some money, but he will now make sure that the repairs are happening automatically. So I actually don't have to sit and monitor myself when they are down at this level, 30%. He will automatically send them to the depot to get repaired, so I don't have to do that. Micromanagement is not a bad thing, but it's always depending on your level of what you want to do. Do you want to go down that route and sit and manage everything yourself? Fine, you can do that. You can do exactly what you want to. So, how many passengers is there actually? Thinking about buying a small bus for that stretch. Not that small. Oh. Not that small. I need some more money. Come on, make some money for Daddy. 36,000. That was what I actually wanted. So I very often play on the edge of going bankrupt, and sometimes it goes wrong. That is unfortunately the state of affairs. So I only get 15 out of 16 on that one. What about the other way? 15 out of 16. So I'm actually going to try to put down the price with a single dollar and see if that changes to full bus. $18, so I put it one more down. Rather want to drive with 20 people on board. The price is actually per 100 kilometers, I believe it is. So long stretches, that would be many times more than it actually shows. It's actually still on 19, so down to 50. That worked with the other one. Yeah. But you kind of have to adjust your balance in it, and it's not the same. It's really not the same. And it gets more and more tricky, because when you start chalking in first class passengers, then you're dealing with two different prices, and later on you will have trains, you will have other things. So it gets more and more difficult, believe me. So bus which need repair, it should automatically go to the depot. And it does. It has no passengers on board, so it is actually moving where it's supposed to. So you can see that the opposition has more buses, but we don't know whether they are big or small. Can't spy on them. So we have two buses. The depot has 5 bus limit, so when we suddenly have more buses than 5, then we need to actually add a second depot and so on, which is fine. It also costs money to buy the buses, so to repair them. So everything costs money. You pay for fuel, you pay for your labor, with your people you hire. One thing which annoys me a little bit is you can't make a route from CTA to CTB to CTC and it stops and all. You can only from A to B between two towns, cities. You cannot go with multiple segments. I'm just waiting to earn enough money to buy a second bigger bus. The more passengers we can drive with, the more money we should be able to earn. One should be repairing there, yeah. Which is a little bit annoying, but that's how it is. So you can actually get into the situation where you don't do the mission or segment before one of the others. I actually failed on that when I played for the first time, and that really annoyed me, but that is the problem with AIs. They sometimes gain a little bit better than you do. I'm actually going to make a route from there and to there with a bigger bus. There's a reason I do it from there, because I want all which is attached to this depot to actually be able to be repaired kind of locally. Next route I will make will then be in the other side, and I will make a depot over there somewhere. Now I don't have any passengers there. Why? Is it too expensive? Oh dear. That's not good. So the question is, that might actually have been a bad idea I did with that route. Actually, I'm going to delete that route. I can't sell. So I'm losing money on this, so I'm putting it down. That's not really good what I'm doing here. So actually going to make a new route to there with a very cheap bus, because it's now about getting, oh shit, I don't have enough money for that. It's about getting the buses out and run more than anything else. Getting 8 buses will finish the scenario, and we can go to the next one. I only have 2 passengers, so that is probably too expensive. Let's try that. That filled it up. That one is not really doing anything. So I have a route, but I don't actually have any buses on it now. But that was a little bit what I said about things getting a little bit hairy sometimes with bigger cities. They do require some kind of other standards. So I'm going to build a depot there as well. And can I? So he's managing 5 buses, which we have, so no issues with that. And I hope he will send it to the nearest depot when we need repairs. And this is a game you can actually speed it up if you want. I won't do it as I'm sitting just playing now. And I'm actually playing to see how far through the different missions I can get, but it is not going to be a beautiful game or anything. So I can't drive to that town or that town. It will only let me drive to Berlin or Stuttgart. So I actually take Stuttgart. It's a good service for those my vehicles. So shop, we have a lot of money now, but I actually stick with this one. But we need to find out that if our prices is good. Isn't that one which should take 36? Did I buy the wrong bus? Ah, I did. Oh well, no mind that. Shit happens. So, we build a route from there to there. Buy this bus. So again, it's a big town. They are not happy with. That is really annoying. 9 people. And it's motorway all the way. 12. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a very cheap bus and just chalk on a route. Then we completed the chapter. I was actually high up. Well done me. And yeah, I had most passengers, so not a bad thing. So now we go a little bit further. So that's the struggle of generations again. The son wants to earn money and the father is happy things are actually just going quite well. Some people would call that greed, where others would say, well, business is business and you should earn as much as you can. Although I sometimes agree, then you also have to look into other things. But before we go on, I need to take a very short little break because I need a little trip to the bathroom. So, a couple of minutes and I will be back again. So, sorry for the wait, but we're back where we were, and so am I. Feeling much better. So now we have other things coming into the game, more luxurious buses and first-class passengers, and there is some upgrades we can do on the buses, and there is something called events. So that's not where we are. We are now in France. Bonjour. And that is where we need to transport 5,000 first-class passengers. And this is where it starts getting tricky, because some buses only take first-class passengers, or some takes both. So what do you actually go for? Well, you need to earn money, so you need to do both kinds of passengers. So what I think I would start with is buying one normal bus just to make a foundation and earn some money. So we need to find a fair route we can actually set up. So what about Le Mans to Nantes? Just a short one. We can't. So Nantes to Lyon? Yeah. So it's a long route, but that is okay, and we take a 36-seater standard bus, no fuss. But we need some foundation so we can actually start the other ones. As you noticed, when I click for a route, it shows also first class. So this one has only 16 out of 36 on board, so we are too expensive. I think we can go further down. So this is where the game actually starts getting a little bit tricky, because you have to really adjust. Yeah, I can upgrade buses, but I'm not going to do that until I have more money. This is the help one, so I'm not going to click them, because I need to find out that I fill my bus every time. 36, good. Now we start earning money. So the cheapest first class bus is 36,000. So let's get some of them going. I think Le Mans, Bordeaux, that could be a route with a little cheap bus. First class bus. I did not get a first class bus, did I? Le Mans, Bordeaux. So 0 passengers. Well, put it down 5 first and see if it gives more the other way. But I normally do this in 2 ways, 1 passenger, so it's way too expensive. I do it in two segments, so I put in first class buses and I put in normal to actually earn money, because without money you can't buy new buses, and without new buses you're stagnating pretty much. 7 passengers. We need to fill it up to 12 every time. So that's better. I put it one down, hope that's enough. Then we can look at the next one in the same type of bus. That's a Bordeaux. Yeah. What amount from there? That's 14. That could actually work. So, whoop. We need to make the route before we buy the bus. So, there. It got 9 passengers, so it's almost fine with price. That one is going 11, so that's kind of okay. 11. Oh, it's full now, so that's good. So now I will save up and buy a normal bus. So I do kind of 2 to 1, and then try to get the more lucrative 21s, but that takes a lot of money. We should also put in a depot. This seems to be in the middle of everything. Can't afford that. But the thing is, even though you are doing a race, you still have to make sure that everything is actually done right. Otherwise you fail. So that, and then I assign all, that would be 321, I can afford that, good. Then I don't have to think about the repairs. Otherwise, I'm not a big lover of micromanagement. So the Swiss guys are actually running more first class passengers than we are, but the Spanish guys are running none, so that seems okay. So what was the prices? 36 for the 12, 120,000 for the 20, and 170,000 for the mixed. So I think I'll go for another 60,000 just to make money, and then maybe focus only on first class after that. So the question is, are we gaining on them or slipping? So you can zoom in and out on the map. With my eyesight, this is actually kind of doable. So we have 60,000, so let's find a new route. Dijon, I'm not keen on going to Paris, but maybe Clermont-Ferrand there, and then buy a 60,000 bus, put on that route. We have to adjust the ticket price. We only have 20 on board, that means the price is too high. Probably need down around 48 on that as well, but let's see. $32. So let's go down to that and hope that's enough to fill them up. We just repaired, so and we went into the red. That is not a good thing. So let's take a look at the upgrades. Higher comfort, higher durability. That cost 15,000. So that might actually fill the bus up. Let's do that. We have buses at repairs at the moment, so we're not. So that's full now. That's good. So when the other one comes out, I would upgrade the seats there also, because can we fill them up, then it actually then gains on the Swiss guys, because I think we have 2 buses, they have only 1, but they started with 1. Looks okay. The Spanish guys has not had one single first class passenger yet. So there's a long way to reach. Our amount of first class passengers. This is one time where I might be tempted to put up the speed, but problem is for me, I lose perspective when I do that. So if it goes too fast, then it's I'm going to miss things. So it's kind of important that I don't do too stupidly. So this one, we put in the better seats in that as well. And now we will save up so we can get a bigger first class bus, 120,000. It takes a little bit of time, unfortunately, so we can put up the speed until we have the money. And as far as I can see, we are gaining on the Swiss guys slowly. Thing is, we hopefully can overtake. Oh, they just got another bus, but that's a normal bus, isn't it? The AI take other routes than we do, and that's kind of understandable. But when we get the next bus, next route, then we should actually start overtaking them. I hope I'm right, but so I just put the speed down. Calais, Paris. So that is a risk. However, let's see if it pays off. We need to look at the prices. Oh, it's full, so price is actually okay. Then let's see the other way. It's filling all 20, so that's actually good. That's actually good. And now we should actually start kind of overtake them. Question is, should I buy one more of the smaller ones? Or should I wait a little bit? Or should I put in a normal route to earn money and then... Oh, it's difficult. All these decisions, it's quite harsh. It's really difficult to say. I actually think we're repairing at the moment, so that's fine. We have actually caught up quite a bit, so maybe pick another first class bus and see how that goes. I would like to overtake them because I do not feel confident when I'm behind. Yeah, we're only 20 behind now. That is good. That is really good. So, a new route from Marseille to Paris. Oops. Marseille, new route, Paris. That's not going to work. To Troyes. Sorry if I pronounce cities wrong. Oh, we have overtaken. Good. We only have 8 passengers on board there, so we need to 8 out of 20. Let's put it down 5. How are we going to drive there? So that's 20% of our $13. Actually, no, 82. And it's 50,000 to upgrade that, but it'll upgrade capacity. So actually, that would be worth it. That would really be worth it. Especially if we can fill it, then it's 26. Oh dear. Then we're doing the same with that. We are moving around. Why are people unhappy here? Speed, comfort, tickets. Tickets are not green, so let's see if that works. Otherwise, let's put the price down. We put the comfort a little bit down with putting more seats in. Let's it's not entirely great, but we are actually transporting people. Okay, now they are happier here. Actually put it further down this one as well. So one of the problem with transporting first class passengers is it's a more market where you actually often run out of passengers, so you have to be careful you don't exhaust the area. That's why you could put multiple buses in on the same route, but that would not work if there was not enough passengers. That one is only half full. Thing is, I'm not only don't care much about the tickets. I'm caring more about filling the buses here. So as long as they don't lose money, then I rather want them to be kind of full. Yeah, I'm not putting that further down, so it has to be as it has to be. So from Toulouse, I can't make any first class passengers. From Bordeaux to Dijon. It's actually 30, so why not? Bus. $13 out of 20. So at least we have accelerated away from the other company. So that's the good news. And we do transport first class passengers. That's the route we always already have. I'm not going to fill anything on that. Toulouse. Mons. It's a route which is already taken. Paris to Notting. The only place I can take is to Calais, which I already have, so I'm not going to stretch my own routes. So I don't really have any more possibilities for first class. Dijon, Bordeaux. I already have a route there. Lyon, Clermont-Ferrand. So I can do that. And then just buy a small one. So this is the sad thing, that there's some routes you actually can't have. So actually, I'm going to compete with myself, but I'm going to take one of the very expensive buses and so I'm going to put the price down, of course, to 75, 55, something like that. What's the price on this one? That was 75. So same price, hopefully same comfort. So how can we upgrade this one? More capacity, more comfort. So I'm actually going to upgrade the comfort, not the capacity. We're halfway. I don't have a wrong vehicle. Which one is a wrong vehicle? Which one was that? That's the one going to Marseille. Which is waiting for passengers. That is fine. I need to buy another depot, so I'm going to put that there. Just so I can repair. So the question is, I could buy more buses, but I won't get more passengers as it is. So it's just about transporting as much as I can. And I'm ahead now, so that's actually good. I think that would be fine. If not, then top lock. I mean, I'm technically earning money, so it's not a bad thing. And I'm moving first class passengers, which is the task. So I don't know if there is any time limit on this. I actually didn't notice whether there was, but that is very difficult to do anything about without passengers. So that's not really going to be an issue for me. Of course, I might be very sad in a moment when I have lost the segment. Then my dear viewers can have something to laugh at. That I was a noob. And that would be absolutely fine. But like in the real world, if there is no passengers, you can't actually drive with them. Of course, if there's enough passengers and it's just about having money for the buses, I don't know if this game actually goes by demand and things like that, so it grows. Yeah, that is a bad thing that a first class bus breaks down. Is my manager's not able to... Well, never mind that. We did the task and we actually ended up relatively high on the leaderboard, so that's not a bad thing. And we transported 5,000 first class passengers, but 9,000 all in all, so I would say we did actually quite well in this one. So, okay, now we start with cargo. So, yeah, if anyone remember, I drove the truck last Saturday, which was freaking difficult. Well, cargo it is, I guess. So, I've not tried this before, and I didn't play that this far last time. I kept failing on the first class passengers, I will say, on the other game I played. Okay, now we can upgrade depots as well. Cargo, vans, lorries. Well, how difficult can it be? We're still in France. And, I kind of like starting in the middle. There's 27 passengers. And there's cargo to there. Okay. What is a cargo car costing? 220, 42, 80. So there's quite a lot up there. So cargo shipment 20,000. Build 2 depots and assign 6 vehicles to manage. Okay. So let's make a route there and put a lorry on and see how that goes. So we probably need to make some money from buses as well. Can we discharge? That's quite a number of buses too, passengers there. So let's just take a little cheap bus. We have 16 out of 60, wasn't it? Yeah, so we are too expensive. Bus is full, so I don't need to change that price. So we fill up that way. Good. Good. Bus is fine. That one lost money on the first trip. That is okay-ish. Oh, we have first class buses as well. Okay. So probably need the third route to be a first class one, just to make sure we keep our so we have the Swiss, we have the Spanish and Italians now against us. The Italians are good at driving with cargo. That's okay. We are behind, but not overly. So now at least we transport 60 every way. So that's good. And now we start earning money on it as well. Good. This the cheap first class is 36. So Nance to Le Mans. And first class. Just to keep that going. Might be a bad idea, I don't know. I have not done this before. This segment, so a lot of cargo from Toulouse. So that will be the next. That one is not filling up. I do prefer to have all 12. However, we can up the comfort relatively cheap, so what can we actually upgrade these with? Higher okay, that's not really important. So we're actually overtaking the Swiss guys and the Italians. Good. Next thing is a depot, I think. We are competing here. we are competing. That at least is a start. And the question is, one thing is competing, can we win it? So, depot, one there. Oops, not enough money. Okay. There's a concert wire. I must admit, I normally don't go for them because it's I find it very risky to actually set up routes just for a short event. So we're going for the next 20,000 is a lot, isn't it? $20,000 is really a lot. Well, I can see there's Paris has some, and Toulouse had quite a bit, so I think I would go from Toulouse to Nantes. Looks like that's a good route. And actually Toulouse, must say, with the normal passengers could also work. And a small lorry to go to Bordeaux. So there's some options down here to actually look into. At least that's a start. The Italians has overtaken us. Oh dear. Now we have overtaken the Italians. This is a race. Concert. There. So the lorry cost 80,000 for the big one. Freaking hell, the Italians have overtaken us again. They have two lorries. Well, they have a van and a lorry. Okay. That is That is horrible. 80,000. So, new route. 2 mounts. Lorry. I lost money. Why is that only driving with 46 now? Ugh. Okay, it's not happy, its price is too high. Okay. Let's adjust it. We need to make sure we actually earn money on it as well, because otherwise it's going to be a very, very difficult game. Oh dear. Really. So 7. Okay. That one is running below full, so try to get them full and hope it also make money. Good, the second one is full now. The Swiss is gaining on me. They actually overtook us. Oh dear. So, what's the price of a van? That's 20,000 and it takes 25. Well, we need to catch up on the 15. Really need to make sure they are full. So how can you upgrade that? Increase 10,000. Let's do that. Oh dear. Unfortunately, think I need to buy a bus, which is going to be kind of pricey. kind of important to make sure you earn money as well. We are trailing a little bit to the Italians. But we have a lorry in repair, so don't wanna. So, a new boss, new depot. And then start looking for more lorries, more vans. It's almost done. Good. Bus line there to there. That's not really what I need. I need looking at cargo routes. Bordeaux, Paris. But we need a depot now. So now we just need money. Bordeaux, Paris, yeah, that would be great. At least in one direction. Oh, we caught up with the Italians, good. bus is not very full. I'm trying to put a little bit more people in. This one is not full. That one is. So try to get so much. Get the balance of filling it up and also getting enough money out of it, because you don't want to lose money. Oh no, that's wrong. Oh shit. Damn. I need to do it. Bordeaux to Paris. And that's the problem when you sometimes are a little bit too fast. Game is post. That's not necessary. That one needs to go down. Let's see at that. So now it's all about moving cargo more than anything else. Not saying I'm not putting more bus routes in, because that earns money a little bit quicker. But that's not the important thing right now. Good is filling it. I'm going to let it run, but I have to run to the bathroom for a short moment. I'll be back in a second. Back again. Sorry for that. It's one of the funny things is that the doctors recommend that people, when they get up in age, that they make sure they are hydrated. They drink a lot of liquid every day and get enough and blah blah blah. Very fine. However, they sometimes forget that we actually also have to get rid of it again. And that is sometimes not the easiest thing, because we have to freaking run like So in reality, it only gives us a lot of exercise in the end. And yeah, they do say, well, elderly people should also have a lot of exercise. Yeah, thank you. That's really nice when your bones are tired and all that. Well, so I just realized going to the bathroom actually made me able to buy another lorry. Good. And how are we on the chart? We are leading. Good. There's still a very long way to 20,000 though. And it's cargo, it's not passengers. I would actually like if I could do things in smaller towns as well. Oh well. Well, so, how much do we get on board? 33 out of 60. Put it on $5. I don't know why it's counting as dollars when the game is running in Europe. It should really be euros, shouldn't it? Felt good. Bordeaux. Filled. Thanks heaven for that. So make a boss. 2 to lose. Could be either of them actually. Could buy one of these. And the price is not right. That's okay. I know I can buy a lorry, but I'm just checking on that boss first. I'm still unhappy. So I'm sitting here playing with, okay, this time I filled it up good. The first class. I'm actually going to upgrade it to higher comfort, and they seem to be willing to pay a little bit more. So, Lori, none from there. Paris Bordeaux. I'm a little bit scared I actually exhaust the... Yeah. I know I was stupid, but I can put in another lorry. That shows that, and they will, if I remember right, actually go at the same price. It fills up. So we are reaching 25%, and we are well ahead on anyone else. So that's not bad. That is really not bad. So the question is capacity. How do I upgrade that? There. Capacity 10,000. So I hope that is actually working out. That cannot take any cargo thingies. Breast can only take what it already have. Dijon can actually take a lorry to there. So let's get that. Dijon books. And we need to check the price. It's too high. So it is actually moving the right way. Not entirely how I would like it, but never mind that. I can kind of see this is would be very noisy with all the different things going around on the map. Because when you start adding trains and whatever else is, trains, planes, it must get very noisy. So, yeah. Don't know if I actually have any good options around. The problem is, as always, I don't want to exhaust things out of proportions, because when I don't have what is being transported, then it's kind of not worth it. Yes, I could earn money with putting in buses, but again, actually, I'm going to put another one between Paris and Bordeaux. Dijon, Lyon to Nantes. So that was too expensive, so down to 32. You might ask, how do I actually set the prices? I try to see what I go down a little bit, 5 first, and see if that fills it up, then I might put it up a little bit. But the thing is that I kind of get the hunch on where it is. And this is not really about making money, it's more about filling up the lorries. So at 32 I fill it up and it earns money, so then it kind of carries itself. So let's put some. That was a lot of money I just lost in one go. However, things are moving, and I hope it will continue doing so, because we're actually quite where the limits are reached, so I'm just letting it earn the money, and then see, we are way ahead, we're halfway, so I'm not feeling threatened right now by the opposition. So let's see if this is enough. we can actually hide the vehicles. Do I want that? I'm not quite sure, because you actually get some of the information from that if something is driving without any load, then you can see it. I think in the real world I would probably put a depot more. Because I can see that it's actually kind of struggling. So I have one there, I have one there. So I actually think I'll put one in Toulouse as well. Just to make sure that any repairs are done relatively painless. So I'm going to upgrade them a little, use the money for that. I have a feeling in the real world that would be beneficial to make sure that everything is done as fast as it can be. So it actually looks fine. We are almost at 75%, and there is nothing even close to us. So I actually think we managed to pull this off. It might actually be an option to, I could put more lorries on some of the stretches, but I mean, if we look to Paris, that's a lot, so we could actually put more in for that, but I mean, I think we are fine as we are. And that can go nowhere. That's fair enough. And we actually managed to earn quite a bit of money without doing too much. And actually we earned good money. I see some of them coming with over 20,000, and that's actually really nice to see. So we're getting close to actually have fulfilled the task. That is not a bad thing. That is actually really good. So I'm going to see what the next chapter is, but I'm not going to play it. Oh, he's naughty. He's transporting non-legal stuff. So I'm not quite sure what all this is. Bigger buses, and I would assume bigger lorries. Okay, now we need to give the driver's salary as well. So the license would be 110,000. So that's how you actually expand the route. What I'm going to do, I'm actually going to save the game. Rename, no, new save. Save name, Valderan. Twitch. I always put Twitch on those that play online, because if I want to go back and play them streaming, then I know exactly which one it is. And I think I might soon make a poll and actually offer you guys to choose what I play on Saturdays. That would be some of the games I already played, and then others would be some new random or old random games I put on the list, and then whatever get the most votes I will play on Saturdays after my half-ish hours chit-chat about games. So